Bruno Surace has probably just pulled out the biggest upset in boxing this year, knocking out Jaime Munguia in round 6 after basically losing every single round, getting bullied up against the ropes for literally the whole fight. Comes in with a brilliant lead hook and knocked Jaime Munguia out. Knockout of the year possibly, but that is upset of the year most likely as well. Honestly, unbelievable stuff there from Bruno Surace. Jaime Munguia getting knocked out in his homecoming in Mexico. I actually kind of feel bad for Munguia. Got knocked out in his homecoming in a stadium that they set up for Munguia. In his hometown, he got knocked spark out by Bruno Surace, who only had 4 knockouts out of his 25 wins going into this fight. Surace is now 26 wins with 5 knockouts. And Munguia got put out with 1 shot by him. 1 massive shot, 1 punch knockout as well. Munguia got laid out with by him. Yeah, first of all, that win's not really aging well for Canelo at all. But to be fair, Munguia was active. That's his 4th fight this year. Fair play to him for staying active. And, you know, there'll be more upsets like that if fighters are more active. But, yeah, that is not good for Jaime Munguia whatsoever. I think they should get the rematch on. But I'm honestly in shock that he just got knocked out like that. Like, it was a 1-punch knockout. Literally out of nowhere, Surace comes in with a massive loaded up lead hook and knocks out Jaime Munguia, who, you know, who's got a bloody, you know, who I was saying before the fight has got a bloody good chin. You know, Munguia's not got the best of defense. I mean, it was clear to see how he got caught by a massive loaded up shot. And Surace was loading up on shots throughout the fight. And Munguia was still getting caught by them. He hasn't really got a defense, but it's Munguia's chin which has really helped him. Which has really helped him out for quite a lot of his career while he's walking forward, landing his combinations nicely. I mean, Munguia was going to be able to cut off the ring, drop Surace with a good lead took in that 2nd round. But from then, it's like, you know, I thought Munguia was kind of taking his time a bit. Surace was just covering up on the ropes. So I thought just throughout the fight, Surace was just in survival mode here. But he came in and bloody knocked him out. I mean, honestly, knocked him spark out. I mean, unbelievable stuff, to be honest. I mean, yeah, Munguia looked to be bullying him. Munguia was very clearly the stronger man in there. Very clearly, Jaime Munguia was the stronger man. He was bullying him up close against the ropes, being able to land some massive hooks to the body. And I thought Munguia was mixing up his shots pretty well, but he was sloppy. He was getting caught with jabs when he was walking right into them when he was coming in. He was getting caught quite a lot. But it's like, I didn't think too much for it because I'm like, Surace ain't really a power puncher. So it's like, I think Munguia doesn't really respect his power anyway. And I feel like that might have been a big problem for Jaime Munguia in that fight as well, is that but coming into the fight, he didn't respect the power of Bruno Surace. During the fight at times as well, when he was coming forward, he also didn't respect the power of Surace. But Surace just was loaded a massive one up, and that is what Bruno Surace was just doing the whole fight, just loading up massively. Like, there was no skill behind the shots Bruno Surace was landing, but he was just loading up massively and just hoping a big one would land, and it bloody did. It did. It's a fair play to Bruno Surace, fair play to him, because he was getting bullied the whole fight. Munguia was backing him up nicely, cutting off the ring. But Munguia should have dealt with him, though. Munguia should have dealt with him when he put him down. And, you know, Munguia in ways kind of let that slip as well. But I don't know if that's because he wanted to put in a few rounds for his homecoming. But he ended up getting knocked spark out at his homecoming in a bloody stadium. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But, yeah, what do we see next from Jaime Munguia now? He's just been knocked out. Yeah, look, the rematch. I mean, if Munguia had have won that fight today, then, you know, there was big fights like with Belonga, Caleb Plant, and Belay for him. But, you know, impossibly Williams go for the IBF. But no, he got knocked out cold. Yeah, like, he needs to rebuild himself now, Jaime Munguia. He needs to rebuild himself. But he just got caught with stupid shots there. But again, you know, it doesn't age well for Canelo, that win. He wasn't able to get Munguia out of there. So that puts Canelo's win in the bin against Jaime Munguia. But look, Munguia needs to come back. Munguia needs to win a rematch. Munguia needs to try and, clear his head, come back in a few months' time, May, June time, get a rematch with Bruno Surace, do it in France or something like that as well. Rematch him. They won't do it in France. They have to be in America. I can't see Torrent doing a European show. But, yeah, Munguia's body shots were really good in that fight, and they looked to really be bothering Surace. But it looks like Surace is the one with the bloody good chin. It looks like Surace is the one with the good chin, because he was taking shots all night upstairs into the body. So, Bruno Surace is a real good, bloody durable opponent to be in there with. But Munguia just couldn't finish his place off, and he let himself down in that fight. If I'm being real, though, Bruno Surace does not compete at the top level at super middleweight at all. He does not. So, I mean, if it's not a Jaime Munguia rematch for Bruno Surace, what does Bruno Surace do? Because he's arguably knocked out one of the best in the division. What do we see now, though, from Bruno Surace? Like, what happens now? It's a really bloody interesting question. But yeah, I think overall, Jaime Munguia just left himself too open. And to be fair, though, if I'm being real, with Jaime Munguia's defense, that kind of was an accident waiting to happen. But who was expecting it to happen from Bruno Surace, a man with 4 KOs before going to the fight? No one was expecting that. Bruno Surace was a plus 2,200 underdog, a plus 2,200 underdog of being able to knock out Jaime Munguia. And he knocked him spark out. Jesus Christ. But yeah, Munguia needs to rebuild. He needs to take that time out and try and get a rematch. And he needs to take time out and sharpen up that defense, because that's something which is letting him down his career. And now you know that your chin, can't fully hold up. It's going to have a massive mental effect on Munguia, that loss. First of all, getting knocked out like that is one thing. But getting knocked out by someone who doesn't really have power in his shots, it's another thing at the end of the day. So, yeah, and Munguia, just the way he left himself wide open for it. I mean, we could say, it's a punch from the gods, but he left himself open for it, though. And Surace was loading up, though. But again, no, he left himself wide open for it. Munguia just doesn't think defensively. He just doesn't. It's all about the offense for Munguia. And that lets you down, especially in the heavier weights as well. It's going to let you down eventually, and that's what let him down there. I mean, I was surprised Canelo didn't finish him after he dropped him with the uppercut. I'm really surprised Canelo couldn't finish him now. But, yeah, Bruno Surace knocked him out. I mean, but yeah, look, Bruno Surace can't compete with anyone like Mbile, Diego Pacheco, Caleb Plant, Belanga, Canelo. Surace can't compete with any of them. He can't compete with any of them. He wouldn't beat William Skull. I mean, he was getting beaten there. And, I mean, yeah, look. Can Munguia win a rematch against Bruno Surace? Yes, of course he can. But that's going to have a massive effect on him. And who knows what Munguia will be like now, though, after that. Like, who knows what he's going to be like mentally. I've seen people saying he should retire. No, go back for the rematch. Try it again. But who knows how he will look, because getting knocked out like that can have a big effect on you. It's happened to many bloody fighters. So, yeah, who knows what's going to happen to Jaime Munguia now. But anyway, fair play to Bruno Surace. Anyway, thanks for watching.